Hey, how are you doing? Come a bit closer. Give me a few moments of your time, and I'm gonna talk about the fantastic world of Kaladesh.
You, you sound like a character in a computer game that's programmed to just mug the character at some
I
point.
am basically the NPC of the group,
You
and
basically
with me today, as you can already hear, I have the bad, the Baron, the beautiful Greg Simpkins,
Yeah, alright.
and there's Gav.
It's gonna get tiring for Gav to keep being the butt of your jokes.
I know, I'm gonna stop. I will give him an
No,
adjective.
I didn't say stop. But
Ow.
just,
Is Gav there? Or is he... Oh, wait.
I'm there, Davy, I'm there.
You have to say hi to our...
I nearly died of boredom from your repeated joke, but we're here to have a lovely time
At least
today,
not barren, mate.
reviewing green, right? This is the exciting thing that we're
So
doing
tell-
here. We're
tell
trying
them
to
why
get
we're doing
ahead of the
green.
competition. We're getting ahead of the competition, Greg.
We haven't even done
That's what
black
we're
or
doing.
red yet. We're going right to green.
And as they say, once you do black, you
Go to green.
you fall behind your competition. So we're going straight to green. Let's hit it.
Right, appetite for the Well, I'll tell you what. Better than doing this, Davy, would you please explain our tier ratings, which you can see to the left of this thing, hopefully.
I can't.
Well, you came up with them, so you
joking.
probably could.
I will be delighted to tell you about our lovely tiers.
Thank you, Davy.
Tier 1 are the broken cards. Like the cards that whenever they play against you, you feel like giving up magic forever.
Mhm.
So, for example, what would be a good example, Greg?
I would say Dark Salvation.
Give us a good example from the past, Gav.
Some complicated card. Blastoderm.
I don't remember what that does, but
Don't have
lovely.
any idea what that is. Thanks, Gav.
Our,
Oh, you,
our
you
tier
yeah.
2 are the bombs, but they don't really get to the, really powerful stuff.
So we're talking
So-
Boldar and Pariah kind of thing.
Voltar and Pariah kind of thing, or... Yeah, that's a good one. Our
Sludge
tier
Roll.
3s are the very good cards. You know, the solid cards, you're very happy to get them. You can even first pick them and you won't be that unhappy. So that will be your Incendiary Flows, your... What else?
Incendiary Flow is a good one. I think we can stop there and we'll edit this out. Don't worry about it. What's tier 4, David?
Tier 4 is the ones that it's gonna happen. You're gonna have them in your deck. They are the bulk of your deck. They're not embarrassing. You can still, hold hands in the shopping mall and present them to your parents, but you're not very happy, man. You probably can do better than that.
Tier 4, the fat girls is what you're trying to say, David. That's not...
No, that was sexist.
That's tier 5. That's tier 5. Tier 4...
Tier
This is
5,
dumb.
the things are starting to get complicated. You can put it in your deck, but you're like, why am I doing this?
The woodland
It's like
patrols of the world.
you try to hide them whenever you're showing your deck to your friends.
I see. Woodland patrol is... Tier 6. What's tier 6?
Tier 6 is awful, but sometimes people play them and they should. They are the... I'm blanking. What's a good tier 6?
The non-Voldaran pariahs. Just the pariahs of the deck. What are you talking about? We're talking about Woodcutter's Grit. I don't like playing Woodcutter's Grit, but very,
Yeah,
very
Woodcutter's
occasionally.
Grids, things like that. And finally, the tier 7,
Are these playable, David? That's my question to you.
they are not.
Oh, they were
The tier
unplayable.
7 are they never do it, not even once.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's start with Appetite for the Unnatural. Would you say this is unplayable?
I don't know why you're talking like that, but
I don't know. I'll talk like normal, isn't it?
It's going well.
it depends. It depends how many artifacts are played. I could see the scene. I mean, it's not great.
Really? I think it's great.
Really?
Yes.
It's not great.
So it kills
There are
all
a lot of
vehicles.
artifacts.
I mean, I've heard this described as an artifact set by the people who made the set.
Good point.
With this in mind, and again it being an artifact set, I would have thought destroy target artifact or enchantments pretty good.
But how many of these are gonna play main deck?
As many as I
0.
get. 0? Why 0?
It's just, again, conditional removal.
Do you know
It's
what
fine.
this set is? This set's the artifact set.
Okay,
Well,
so
I
how many,
agree,
how many
it's not
artifacts
gonna
are every deck going to play? How many?
This
how
is
many...
not removal. This is not,
Yeah. It's not removal. In a 23 cards, how many artifacts will there be, Greg?
I would imagine, having played this now a little bit, most decks I've played have played at least 4 artifacts, And I haven't been playing artifact decks, I've just been playing normal decks. There are a lot of good artifacts that just fit into normal decks. And then this
Yeah,
is not
but
even
4
counting.
artifacts is not that much. That means you can play one of those, but you're not gonna play 4.
I wouldn't play 4 of these. Okay, saying as many as I get, but it kills all vehicles. It kills random enchantments as well. Nice little upside, but it kills every single vehicle. It kills a lot of big creatures, a lot of big artifact creatures. And it kills your random do-nothing artifacts as well, the ones that the module cycles, maybe not do-nothing, but the random utility artifacts. I think this is a very good card for this format.
I may be wrong, man. It happens. I think the card is good. But it wouldn't be a tier 3 card. No way.
I would say this is a high pick.
Come on. I think this is a tier 4 max.
Tier 4 max.
Okay, I'm happy to put in tier 4. I think this is a high pick, though. I think this is like one of your... I don't think you'll see these 4th pick too often. Maybe I'm wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been playing this quite a bit, and I've been taking these early. I haven't been doing well, so maybe I don't know fuck all. But even like you gain 2 last night, like killing a vehicle, they tap their creatures, crew a vehicle. You tap 3 mana and kill. There's not many things that are just unconditional removal in this format. There's not many. There's not many destroy target creatures, and this is destroy.
So it's tier 4.
You have played more than me. Illegally, because you're a criminal.
Don't say that, I'll be in jail. I'd say tier 3 or 4.
Tier
4.
Let's
Let's go 4 for now. Maybe it will be higher.
Why definitely 4? It's not definitely 4 at all. It's really good.
We'll see, mate. We'll see.
Well, we will see. Well, I have seen. It's really good. You know,
you don't. You just
said you lost, bro. You just said you lost. Let's go tier 4 for now.
Cards and I lost. Oh yeah, shit. Okay, we'll go tier 4 for now. But you've made terrible mistakes in the past. Lest we forget.
I never made a mistake.
No. Consoles. Anyway, Arbor back Stomper. 3 green for a 5/4 trampler that gains you 5 life and ends the battlefield.
I like it. Fine.
I like it.
It's fine. Tier 4.
I like it.
No, it's better than tier 4, surely. This is a good card. This is a very good card. This is a high pick. It's a 5 mana 5/4 trample, which is fine. It's good. Like, that's a decent baseline. Gaining 5 life is a big deal.
It's true. 5 life is good.
I mean, cards that say you gain 5 life are shit. Cards that are 5/4 tramplers that gain you 5 life. I mean, there was a card called Tusk you may have heard of, which was basically the same as this. That was a minor upside. Blah, blah, blah.
Basically the same. I mean, you think it's a tier 3?
Yeah, definitely. This is a strong card. This is a high pick.
Okay, I can see that.
The highest.
I think we're maybe wrong on this one though. I think it might be lower, but I'm happy with that.
Let's put it at the bottom of tier 3.
Well, no, I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think this is a very strong card.
I think this could
match up very well with the format as well. Also, trample, I think, is going to be a very big keyword in this format. There's loads of little shitty 1/1s running around.
Yeah, that is a very good point.
1/1 in front of this.
Yeah, trample is good.
You're very clever, Greg.
I once went to university for a while and distinguished myself there, as I've distinguished myself everywhere. With that in mind, tier 3.
Did you get first?
Don't want to talk about what I got. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably the best grade.
Doesn't matter.
Grade. Architect to be Untamed. So when I saw this card, I said to someone, "This is a trap. It's not very good." Don't think I was right.
I don't think you were right.
What, you think this is good?
I think this card is amazing.
Why you don't like it, Gav?
Energy's good, I guess.
That means nothing. What do you mean?
You're not going to get to its ability. It makes all other energy-related cards in your deck better, I suppose, because you get close to that.
So what we've seen so far is a lot of cards that produce energy and not too much payoff. Like you can scry, you can put counters on some things, I suppose.
What's the payoff? This guy.
This is a huge payoff.
8 is so much.
Agreed.
Is this better than?
There's a lot of stuff that does energy though. The little bit that I have played with it, I was green and I had like 5 cards that made energy. And every land produces an energy as well. If you have this in your hands, you're not going to use your energy on the other cards.
Yeah.
The green, those small artifacts that produce energy and do something minor as well, that's 4 energy already. I think this card is good.
Yeah, I think it's good. I don't think it's mind-blowing. It's fine.
No, I agree with that. I think
it's a 3.
So I would compare this most to, what's it called? Quillhide Boar, the one that you can pay 6 mana to pump.
That's very wrong.
Do you mean Quilled Wolf?
Quilled Wolf. That's a good card.
Yeah, first
I
But
think
it's
that's
similar, right? Is that
No,
you've
I
got
think
this
that's
big
an
upside.
awful comparison. This card is
Why,
way
why is
better.
it a different? Why is it a bad comparison?
but because Quillwolf doesn't say
Quill-
pump for 6, create a 6/6 creature.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, right? It's that inevitability.
No, it's
No, that's in no way inevitable what that does, because that's using your mana for the turn. This is
yeah.
pure
This doesn't.
inevitability.
You just get a 6/6 forever.
If Quilled
It's
Wolf
fine.
is 1 and a green 2/2, pay 6, create
I just
a
can't
6/6
imagine you
creature.
getting. When are you going to get to 8 energy?
You do. I don't think that's impossible. I think that's gonna happen. And if you open this, you start getting cards that give you the energy. You start building a bit around it.
The problem I kind of agree with what Gav's saying though. When you're accruing 2 energy from one card, accruing 2 energy from another card, the implication is you should be using it on that card's inherent ability, because like they're understated cards. that
Yeah.
produce
So say
energy.
your opponent sees it, right?
But
Your
if you
opponent sees
have
it.
if you have this, you don't, because this is better than their
But
abilities. You're not losing it.
then you're playing cards that are understated, because you're playing like a Thriving Ibex that creates 2 energy and then stays as a 2/4.
Yeah, but then you're getting a 6/6.
Then you're kind of making the rest of your deck.
Yeah,
a
but your
little
opponent
worse.
just sits there and thinks, right, well, I'll wait till you get 7 energy, then I'll kill this.
Well,
Thanks.
yeah.
Thanks
Well,
for
you
underpowering
don't need to. If you wait for you to get to 7 energy. Oh, it's 8. How much is it?
8.
Yeah,
I think this card
poorly
is very good.
Yeah, I think I think also it's a 3 mana 2/3. Like worst case scenario, it hasn't got the
Yeah,
worst stats in the world.
fine.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It helps you get
Okay,
energy. It's
so
got a
it's
great card.
tier 3.
Definitely a tier
great.
3. It's not a game-breaking bomb, but it's a very strong card. and
No,
an
it's
epic.
not a bomb, but I think it might actually get there. But it's
I mean,
not a bomb.
it's no Quilled Wolf, but it looks pretty
It's
good.
no Quilled Wolf.
Quilled Wolf
or
is very good.
It's no Lunar Forest either. So
Okay, Armorcraft
Let's
Judge.
do 56.
3 and a green, 3/3. Uncommon. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So firstly, how do we feel about a 4 mana 3/3?
It's fine.
meh.
Yeah, it's playable, right? It's
Yeah, it's a tier 5.
Yeah, you put it in your deck and get happy with it. How many cards do you need to draw reliably to make this a good pick?
1.
Yeah, I'm down for 1. 4 mana 3/3 that draws a card is a very, very solid card.
Yeah, and this thing, I mean, we saw a lot of Fabricate in this set, and I think having +1/+1 counters shouldn't be that hard.
The problem
And
with
if this thing is drawing 2 cards, this card is amazing.
True. The problem with Fabricate is, and tell me if I'm wrong, what do you think, Gav, is that when I have Fabricate 2, I'd rather create the bodies 90% of the time than make a bigger creature.
Not if you have stuff like this.
Okay, if I have stuff like this in my hand, then yeah, I will sort of take the hit as I see it. I just think multiple bodies are better so much more often than a bigger body.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, it could be good. It depends how important this +1/+1 mechanic is. There's quite a lot of it in the set. And
Yeah, I mean, it works so well with Fabricate. I've played with this again, and I was a little underwhelmed despite having a deck that had a lot of +1/+1 synergies. Like, it drew me a card 50% of the time. When it doesn't draw you a card, it's bad. Well, it's not bad, but it's not exciting at all.
I think it's just upside.
Yeah, you've got to construct your deck in a certain way for this to be anything exciting. But I mean, it could just completely go off. Like, there's a
If
time
this
it draws
draws you,
5 cards.
if this draws you 2 cards, that is amazing.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a huge bomb, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen too well. We'll see. We'll see. I think it's a tier 4, solid tier 4 playable.
Sure, could go up, but yeah,
Yeah,
tier
completely.
4.
I mean, in the right deck, it's a bomb. It just
it's
is.
tier 4.
But I think if we're talking pack 1, pick 1, how you evaluate this card, yeah, I wouldn't go
It's tier
overboard.
4.
All right,
Okay.
next.
Sweet. Attune with Ether. Single green mana. Sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle library. You get a couple of energy counters.
I like this.
Yeah, I like this too.
Davi's obsessed with energy.
Well,
I
this
can't
fixes
wait
your
for this to be a
mana.
terrible, terrible thing in this one.
What do you think, Gavin?
No, it's fine. I mean,
If you have a base green deck and you have 3 of these, splashing is so easy.
True, but are you playing 70? Are you
gonna
still
play-
playing?
3 of these and a splash.
No, 3 of these, just go get your land. Just go get your land.
But are you playing 17 lands with this, or are you seeing this as a land source ever?
Yeah, I could go to 16, depends. Possibly, yeah.
I mean, it comes down again to how, like, I mean, the base stat of this is search your library for the basic land card reveal putting is okay. Like, that's a fine card. It's not great. It's not exciting. It's just it chugs along. It does something. Helps you splash. Helps you fix your mana. How big's the energy? We've seen one good payoff. A lot of average payoff so far.
I like this.
I mean, is this card contingent on the energy? If the energy thing didn't exist, does this change your rating of the card?
Of course it does.
Okay. So
It's upside.
Does this obviously it's upside, but how much upside does this put it over the top for you? I mean, what grade are you giving it?
Not over the top. It's not a tier 2, but this is a 4. I'm not unhappy with this.
I think this is more tier 5-y.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the energy will be relevant. Think of it like this. If this card said, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and give one of your creatures +1/+1. Would that be good?
No.
Well, it'd be okay. Yeah, for 1 mana, it'd be pretty great.
Yeah, and that's what it does with the common Rhino.
If it attacks.
It will attack, always, because magic works like that. If you wish, it comes through.
Okay, to be honest, I like flexible cards. I like cards that mean skill level is more important than luck. I like cards that if I have them in my hand, I'm going to be able to play a game even with a bad draw.
It's a terrible top deck, I suppose.
That's very true. That is very true.
But that's very true about a lot of cards.
And also, it's a terrible card in a lot of hands. So, a 3-land hand with this is just, well, okay, great.
Oh, why is you have a 4-land hand?
No, I agree with that too. I don't know. I think I like these cards intrinsically because, like I said, they make a game of Magic. They mean I can play on a level playing field. I don't have to mull so often. I just don't think it's too powerful. I think it's a very replaceable card.
Yeah, I think it's a tier.
I like what it's doing. I say
5.
this is a 4. If you want to put 5, okay, but I think this is a 4.
Let's put it at low 4.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Let's go.
Let's go down to Blossoming Defense. Single green mana. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains hexproof until end of turn. It is an instant.
I like
and
this.
It's uncommon.
It's the right cost.
Yes, we mentioned Woodcutter's Grip before as a very bad card.
What is in her hand? Is that an umbrella?
It looks like
It's a shield.
It looks like a shield. It's a clear shield. It looks nothing like an umbrella.
Because when I look at this, I think there's like a Brazilian dance from the north, and they use umbrellas like this, and for some reason this card really reminds me of that.
Do they hold shields in that dance too?
Look, I'm sending you the thingy.
Not now, Davy. We're performing. Right. So I was mentioning Woodcutter's Grit. Let's have a look.
Woodcutter's Grit was bad.
Yeah, but Woodcutter's Grit would have been great if it cost 1 mana.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore that, Davy. It's not helping the video, is it? Woodcutter's Grit would have been great if it cost 1 mana.
Showing our pictures is not helping the video.
It's not. So what would you? I mean, this is a strong effect. It's like Ranger's Guile. It's strictly better than Ranger's Guile.
This card is good.
Yeah, how good?
Very good.
Tier 3.
No, is it?
Well, I don't know. It's a good trick. I like combat tricks that cost 1 mana. It means you can do multiple things in a turn, leave up a combat trick.
Yeah, no, I really like this, but is it a tier 3? Maybe.
I don't know. It's a very strong effect. It's very, very well costed. It's a very if I'm playing a green deck, I'm going to play this card. I'm never going to cut this from my green decks. I don't think I first picked this and move into green as a result.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Like, I think it's a 4 because of that. It doesn't push you into green.
The effect's great.
It is. If you are green, you're happy with
it.
It
counter spells. It's going to trade for a card that costs more than this, or you're going to be up on mana.
Yeah, but if this comes to you pick 6, do you think, oh, green is open?
Maybe.
I
don't take it early and move into green as a result, though. I just play it in green decks, and I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, but think of this. Removal is tier 3. I think this is tier 4.
Yeah, I'm with that. But I think this is discernibly better than Attune with Ether.
Yeah. I mean, one is on. This is definitely the high end of tier 4, and the other one is the low end.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's put it in tier 4 with all the other bloody cards. We need to be more discerning, more discerning. Bristling
Well,
Hydra.
green has to impress me like
tier
this.
4?
No.
Bristling Hydra. 2 green. It's a creature Hydra, a 4/3. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. You can pay 3 energy to put a 1/1/1 counter on it, and it gains hexproof until the end of turn. This seems really good.
Why'd you say that?
I think it's amazing.
No, it's brilliant.
It's just super powerful.
I just love that it comes down. You get a free hexproof.
Yeah.
You've got a free buff. You've got a free way. Like a 4 mana 4/3 is fine. 4 mana 5/4 is great. A 4 mana 5/4 that can't be killed.
And they can't
outside
like
of combat.
Yeah, they can't kill it. Like they can't tricky block it and and then kill it later in the turn because you'll pump it and hexproof it.
Yeah, it's
another energy payout.
Yeah, this is another big payout for energy, but this one, well, kind of isn't, because like even if you don't have any other energy sources, this is your only energy source in the deck. This is still a great card. It's a
definitely.
Is this a bomb?
If you can pump it and still have 3 more energy, so that they can't kill it even after, that's great.
Well, so you've got 2 hexproofs basically.
No, you can just you can pump it safely, like aggressively. So you can pump it during an attack phase just to do more damage, and still be safe that it's gonna leave because you still have 3 more energy.
I think what sets me up about this card makes me think it's obviously amazing is that in a deck with energy it's great, in a deck without energy it's great.
Yeah, this card is great.
But I don't think it pushes. Yeah, I don't think it pushes tier 1. Because if I'm behind,
I think it's tier 3. Do you think it's tier 2?
Oh, definitely. This is a very strong card.
Same.
This is a very strong first pick. I'm happy to first pick this. I'm never... Well, there'd have to be something insane, like another rare foil for me to pick it over this. I don't think any uncommon's going to come close to this.
Okay.
This is a strong tier 2.
I'm up for that.
Sweet. Bristling Hydra. You've done the business. Oh.
Commencement of festivities. 1 and a green. An instant. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to players this turn.
Yeah, it's not
5.
No, it's not. It's a 7.
Okay, not even once.
Yeah. Well, it's a 6. You could play this if you're really defensive, but don't.
Okay, it's going in the bottom of tier 6.
What sort of decks do you bring this? Because what sort of decks want this effect?
I don't know, but it might exist. I mean, people play Fog.
Decks. Yeah, but people are wrong to play Fog. Fog's terrible.
It depends on the deck.
The only time I ever played Fog is when my opponent has an overrun. I'll bring in a Fog there because it's the only way.
This is worse. You know why this is worse than Fog? Fog prevented all combat damage, right?
This is just to players.
So, like, you could do some blocks, force them to use a combat trick, and then Fog.
Yeah, exactly. Fog was
this
too
one
powerful.
doesn't do that, so this is
Fog
worse than Fog.
But I think this is a purely unplayable card. I think this is a pure tier 7. This is crap. This is beyond
okay. Alright, this is beyond crap.
This is beyond. This is the sort of thing that crap looks down on. I like it. Well, 0 would be the best card, right? Given that we're going 1 to 7.
This is 7.
It's a 0 rating. That's
I see. A 0 rating, but a 7. So it's a 7/0.
Cool.
Why? Anyway, next.
Okay, Cowl Prowler. 4 green for a 6/6 at common.
Seems fine.
Fine's a good way of describing it. I don't think it's... Okay, so...
I don't think it's worse than the big pig, and the big pig didn't always make the cut.
But I mean, this is a very format dependent card. Like a 6 mana 6/6 is fine, it's playable.
Who's the big pig?
Kessig Direswine.
Oh yeah.
You have to think
how... don't do that again.
I'll do it twice more, but I won't tell you when. It's going to be exciting. You have to think how synergistic a format is. I always think with cards like this. Is this what you want to be doing with 6 mana, or is 6 mana you want to be triggering some energy, getting some nice energy payoff?
I think that's a 5. Sometimes you're going to play it, but you're usually happy if you cut it.
Yeah, I mean, 6 mana 6/6 is that's a strong baseline. Like, it can just take over a board, but this isn't a high pick. This isn't the card I'm looking to pick up for. This isn't the card I think, oh, green's open.
Doesn't have trample. It's gonna get chumped by servos forever. Like,
yeah. Also, 2 double color is in a set where you've got artifacts, and my thinking is it's easier to splash because half your cards are colorless, so your color intensity is not so high. Double colorless card, double colored cards suffer a little in my mind.
Less for a 6 mana one, but still, yeah, it's a
fair
point.
enough. Yeah, I'd say 5. Tier 5 Gavilar.
Yeah, tier 5. I think it's not.
Yes, tier 5. He agrees. Next.
What do you think, Gav? You think it's better?
No, it's not yet. It's a meh. It's a high meh.
A high meh. So it's like meh.
I don't understand the art as well.
Prowling. It's a cowling prowler.
Prowling the cow.
Where's its head? Like
It's
it looks
busy
like.
prowling.
Oh, we're seeing it from behind.
No, you're seeing it from the cowl position. You're seeing it in mid prowl.
It's an interesting definition of the word cowl.
The
Anyway, let's carry
hell
on.
are you talking about?
Okay.
Okay, next.
Creeping mold, sorcery.
Oh, it's great, Greg says. Oh, it's amazing.
Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. I think it's pretty good. This is an artifact set. This destroys target artifact, enchantment, or land. It's never dead. I think this card's pretty good. But I play a lot of cube, so maybe I'm tempted by that because it'd be great in cube.
It wouldn't be that great in cube.
No, I mean it's not a great card. It's not a vintage card by any stretch of the imagination. Why don't you like it, Gavin?
Oh no, it's not.
It's fine. It's just yeah, it's fine. Again, it comes back to if they've got 4
I
artifacts.
think this is
Yeah.
worse than the other one.
Yeah, I agree. I just think the other one being instant speed is so much better.
Yeah.
And also, the land at 4 is usually not that relevant.
Yeah.
True.
So
It does mean the card's never dead though. Whereas the other
it's a
one could...
it's a meh. It's a meh, Greg. It's a 4 tier 5.
Yeah, I'd say we. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily the case.
Okay.
Okay, I think it probably is the baseline. It can just be one of the best cards in your deck against the right deck. Destroys all vehicles, destroys... And the worst case is you blow up one of their lands for 4 mana, which actually is quite bad. If you're spending 4 mana to blow up a land...
Yeah, you're spending your turn and the card to blow up a land is quite bad.
I mean, it does something, but it's not a particularly exciting thing to do. I'd say tier 5, but
Yeah, it's a 5.
I'm not
max.
overly
Could be
unhappy
a
to play this
6.
card. No, it's definitely not a 6. Again, it's an artifact set. Artifact removal goes up.
Yeah,
So,
but this is a
Ogito,
bad
Sum,
artifact removal.
Kagito,
Yeah.
therefore, Ergo.
Let me just check, Greg. Is it an artifact set? You only said it about 10 times.
Oh, just 'cause you haven't been noticing. You've all been giving bad grades to the artifact removal, so it's fine. You've got to work with what you're playing with, and I'm playing with idiots.
Well, you know what is funny? They didn't give us very good artifact removal, the set.
Well, this is very good artifact removal.
It's not, it really isn't.
Destroys target artifact. No, you're right. It's average. It's 4 mana.
No, this
sorcery.
is awful artifact removal. Like, it's no... What's the name of the one with flashback?
Ancient Grudge.
Ancient Grudge. Like, that's good artifact removal. This is not.
I'd be excited if this was 3 mana. This is why I'm bigger on the top one, the Attune card, or whatever it's called, the first one, the 3 mana instant. I think that's a
Yeah, I
very
think-
powerful card.
When you
This is-
compare this to that, it's like, oh shit, that is really good.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm trying to tell you.
it could be a 6.
I don't think it's going to be a 6, but I'm not going to push for any more than tier 5, despite being a green lover. Right, Cultivator of Blades.
Let's roll on, lads.
This is an interesting, well-designed card. Davy, would you do the honours?
Cultivator of Blades. It's an elf artificer. It has Fabricate 2. And whenever Cultivator of Blades attacks, you may have other attacking creatures get +X until the end of turn, where X is its power.
It's
I think
pretty
you've
good.
missed out the fact it's a 5 mana 1/1, which is
It
somewhat
is
relevant.
a 5. I think this card is amazing.
I don't agree.
I think this card is amazing.
Okay, so well, let's think about it. So it's a 3 green.
I
1/1.
repeated it because then you agree with me because that's how it works.
Okay, so let's think about the different game. So Fabricate 2. What do you want to do with this card? Do you want to play it as a 5 mana 1/1 that pumps your team, or a 5 mana 3/3 that that pumps more things, or that pumps the things you've got more? suppose that
I
depends on your
think
board
most
state.
of the time you're gonna play it as a 5 mana 3/3.
You think so?
Yeah. This is over one in a box.
Yeah, I think to be honest, this would be the perfect card to have, like, just split Fabricate, having a 1, like a 5 mana 2/2 that creates a 1/1. Right, my problem with this card.
Listen, if you first pick this, you're gonna first pick every single servo maker, every single Fabricate. You're gonna make a gazillion tokens, and when you play this, they're gonna have 1 turn to kill it, or they're dead.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Okay, my problem
This
with this
card-
card.
Ends the game. This card wins. It doesn't win straight away. The one problem with it is it's probably easy to kill. So they're gonna have 1 turn to kill it. Well, but then you have the +2/+2 and hexproof, and you can save it for a turn. Think how amazing this is with pump spells as well.
Listen, so I agree. The upside on this card is clearly there. Like, it wins the game. Like, if you untap with this and you've got 6 creatures in play, and you've got protection or they're tapped out for some reason, you're probably going to win very quickly. However, my big 2 problems with this card, it does nothing when you're behind. When you're behind, it creates 2 chump blockers. Like, if the opponent's beating down, this card is a terrible draw.
Okay.
Because whenever it attacks, you have other attacking creatures, nothing on defensive. My second problem with this card is eluding me for now, but it's terrible. No, it's not terrible. It's expensive. It's 5 mana for its effect, and it's telegraphed. It can be removed easily. There's nothing when you're behind. I think it's a good card. I don't think it's a intrinsically bomby card. Okay, bomb is the wrong word. I don't think it's a game-breaking bomb. I think it's a win more card. That's what I.
Correct. No,
it's not.
Just the right, come on. Think of a situation like you have 5 creatures, they have 5 creatures, so you're in parity. They play this card.
Oh, then it's a bomb. A parity, it's fantastic.
The panic. I mean, yeah, fine. It's not great when it's behind, so it's not a complete card. But so many times it's so good, and you're gonna play with this card in mind whenever you're playing it, and you're gonna draft your deck with this card in mind.
True, but you know what else is really good when you're at parity? Cowl Prowler. Like it's a 6/6. It's a really good card to play at parity because then you.
Now you're just being stupid.
No, I think it is. Okay, it's better. Obviously, it's better than Cowl Prowler.
Is awesome.
What do you think, Gavin?
It's not as good as the white one, so I put this in tier.
What's the white one?
2. The white one is Fabricate 2, but it gives all your other creatures +1/+1.
Angel of Invention, yeah, true.
Now that's amazing.
Much better.
So, I call this a low tier 2 bomb.
I don't think it's quite so good. I say it's a tier 3
maybe it's
card.
not. Yeah, maybe it's a high tier 3.
Just the fact that it does nothing when you're behind. The thing I look for most in cards is saving me when I'm behind. Because I mean, like we go back to Cowl Prowler. Like anything you play when you're ahead is good. Cowl Prowler is great when you're ahead. This is great when you're ahead.
I think you're underestimating this card immensely. I think the first time you play against this, you're gonna be, oh crap! I need to kill this straight away. You need to kill it straight away. A card that demands removal, the turn that it comes down, it has to be. It's a great card. Otherwise, why would they remove it? I mean, the effect is really powerful. I think this card is way better than you think.
I just think it does nothing when you're behind, and
you made a point. Okay, fine. It does. So
Yeah.
do you think it does something when you're behind?
No, I think it does nothing. I've tried to say it. I've tried to be telling you.
Okay, so we calling it tier 2 or tier 3?
I say tier 3.
I say tier 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Davy.
Really? Why? This is not a tier 2 card.
Davy has a way with these things, I think.
You're mental.
Trust me.
The Bristling
It's
Hydra
the
is
Sage
so
of
much better
Omar.
than this.
I disagree.
Okay, I'm going to lose this. I'm going to win with it, and it's going to be boring because you can't really interact with it. But I also think people are going to die with this in the hand quite a lot. I think this is going to be overrated. I think foolish people are going to overrate this card in set reviews. So I don't want to. Okay, we can put it in tier 2 because I'd like to have your number by the end of this format. But I don't think this card's going to be as good as you think.
We'll see.
Okay, how much better is this card than Inspired Charge?
Way better.
Why? It does the same thing, sort of, ish. Quite.
Doesn't. It really doesn't.
Okay, let's move on. I don't think we're going to get some agreement on this one, so I think that's a good, interesting point.
We can talk about it for another hour. This card's good. I just don't think it's tier 2 good.
Doesn't do anything when you're behind.
Dubious Challenge. This card's.
Now, this is an interesting one. The New Collected Company.
Look at the
That's
top
not
2
quite.
10 cards of your library. Exile up to 2 creature cards from among them and shuffle your library. Target creature may choose one of the exiled cards and put it onto the battlefield under his or her control. Put the rest on the battlefield under your control.
Appalling.
What?
Yes, it's terrible. I was being facetious. It's stone unplayable. I think.
This is the worst card I've ever seen in my
I
life.
can't think of a situation where you play this card.
You could have a creature that damages your opponent in some way or makes your opponent weaker.
Then they just choose the other.
But then they don't pick it. They pick the other one.
But you could choose both. I don't know, something weird, like you choose that thing that doubles the damage to you. You pick 2 of
Go on
them.
like Castigator, but then you both.
Yeah, it's a standard
Oh,
card.
so you spend 4 mana to give them a 4/9 haste.
Yeah, but you get one, and they take 8 damage when you hit with it.
So, I can't think of any application that my
I mean, there will be a standard application or a Lego modern application.
There will
This
be.
card will see 0 play.
This
Why
card will
would they
see
print it?
again because they want what's his name to do against the odds. Saffron Olive will play this card, and I'll enjoy watching the video. but I will
Yeah,
never
so
play
we'll see
this
some
card in
play.
limited or see anyone play
This
it.
card is awful.
This is a
So
7.
it's a 1, right? Okay, let's roll on.
Well, it's a 7.
It's not a 1,
sevens
no,
are
it's a
bad.
7.
It's tier rank 1, which is puts it in the
Oh, sure.
bottom tier.
Just say the tiers. It's confusing for everyone. This card's interesting. I'm looking
Durable
forward to this
handicraft.
discussion.
1 and a green enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. 5 and a green, sacrifice it. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So I think this is really good.
I don't know.
Very good, I think.
So what do you like about it?
It's cheap. It does stuff. It has an end game kind of inevitability thing. There are lots of cards that synergize with +1/+1 counters. There are lots of servos. I think it's good.
This is what this card is. Ruins of Oran Reef.
Yeah, I was about
Remember?
to make that. I was about to make that all the Vastwood card from Zendikar.
Yeah, I think this is that, and I think this is okay.
I like that card. I like those cards.
It's not great.
What those cards
Oran
have
Reef
going
is
for them-
considered.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Oran
I
Reef is okay. You can do this
Yeah.
a lot, right? So two
The
servos
The
means
fact that
you
you're
can-
not
yeah.
playing. The fact that you can't. Like, if this comes, it's a bad top deck. You're always gonna be playing behind on curve, but that's okay because your cards will be better. This card is good.
I like this card. I like what you think, Gavin, about the actual end game. There's an application here. Once you've run out of things to do, once you've drawn all your creatures, or you've played 6 creatures off curve to get this, there is something you can do with it. I like that it's got something to do late game. And you're right, the
And that's
synergy.
yeah, it synergizes with all the instant speed stuff as well, and it's an instant speed ability, I suppose. So makes combat interesting for your opponent. I don't know. It's okay.
I'm pretty down as a rule on do nothing enchantments, but I think this enchantment does enough. It makes you pay off curve, but it really does make your creature a lot better. I give this a good grade.
Yeah,
I'd say
this
it's
is
tier
a
4.
Yeah.
for 4.
Maybe even a bit
Makes
better.
all your fabricate stuff better, right? It changes the maths on that. I don't know.
I think this is a relatively high pick. It's one of those things you pick early and build around. I think it's powerful enough to build around.
Tier 3?
Sure.
Nah, that's too high.
No.
Tier 4 is where I think it's a good card. I
Tier
think
4.
it'd be interesting to play with. Elegant
Cool,
Edgecrafters.
yeah.
4 green. Elegant Edgecrafters can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. It's got Fabricate 2, and it is a 3/4. I'll start. I like this card. I think it's powerful. I think a 6 mana 3/4, which I assume
Yeah.
people are going to be playing as a 6 mana 3/4 with 2 1/1s, is a powerful effect. I don't think this card is busted. I don't think it's fantastic.
I think the effect is actually really good in this format with all the servos.
Yeah, I was
It
about
can't
to
be
say-
jump blocked really well.
Very true. Yeah. So it's almost it's got its own form of evasion.
Yeah, in a way.
It is expensive.
Yeah, it can't. The fact that it can't be jump blocked, it's fine. I think you're gonna play this one as a 5/6 a lot of the time.
You think so?
Mm.
I do. If they don't have good blocks for it, they can't jump it. So it's a big creature that they can't just jump block. So they will either have to, trade with it, or they're gonna have to put a bigger creature in front of it. I like this. It's not mind blowing.
I like the flexibility this card offers.
Yeah, I think this is a good card.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the go wide decks want it, the +1/+1 counter want it. Well, as is true of any card saying Fabricate. It's expensive. It's a 6 mana card, but it does a lot.
It's a 4.
You think it's only a 4? Yeah, you're
I
probably
think
right.
it's a 3. No, it's not a 3.
Gavin?
Yes. It's a 4, I think.
Yeah, green has been a bit disappointing. Come on, pick it up.
Yeah, green's
Yeah.
a lot of middle of the road cards. I give this a tier 4 as well. I think that's a fair thing to do.
Okay.
Fairgrounds Trumpet, 2 and a green. Beginning of each end step, if a 1/1 counter was placed on a permanent under your control this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Fairgrounds Trumpeter. It's a 2/2.
I
Pretty
think
good
this
with
can
that
be
enchantment.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. So what I have against this card is that it's a 3 mana 2/2 start. It has to be in the right deck, otherwise it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the right deck, like you get a 3 mana 3/3. Okay, it grows. It's not mind blowing in the right deck.
No, it's not, but it's solid. Very good.
You think so? I'm
Yeah.
not down on this card.
We just saw how many cards with Fabricate we've seen so far.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we've seen a few. I mean, you have to have. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of +1 synergy, but I just like, for example, go back to the Bristling Hydra. I love that was good in an energy deck and good in a non-energy deck. This is good in a +1/+1 counter deck and heinously bad in a deck that can't accrue +1/+1s.
It's not heinously bad. I mean, it's just not.
2/2.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's not like
would
you're
play a
not
3-mana
losing the
2/2.
game to it.
Yeah, true.
It could be a 6-mana 2/2. That would be heinously bad.
Okay, where do you want to put it?
It's a 4, as are all the green cards apparently.
Yeah, it's a high 4. Okay.
I'd say it's a low 4, but I can see it being a 4. I think this is better than bad filler.
Yeah.
Gear Up a Guide, 2 and a green. Target creature you control can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. It's a 3/2.
Speaking of 4s.
Good, right?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
okay.
3-mana 3/2
Unexciting.
is fine. 3-mana 3/2 is never going to be a bad stat distribution. It's kind of a conditional ability. Well, obviously it's a conditional ability, but you need to be attacking.
Really? It depends how good that is. I think that could be really good in the format. I think they didn't make this ability out of nowhere. Probably in testing they saw that this was actually relevant, because it's the second card we see already with this.
True.
I think this will be relevant. I don't think this will be amazing, but I think this ability will be relevant. And a 3-mana 3/2. Sure, most formats is fine.
Yeah, I wish I could give this a more exciting grade, but it is just it's a C.
It's a
in the middle.
4.
Yeah, it's a tier 4 card. It's a decent playable.
Yeah, I really want more exciting cards. Like
You're not devastated.
the green cards are not terrible, but they're not great either.
Yeah, the middle of the road so far. Very green.
Yeah.
Okay, Highspire Artisan, 2 and a green, reach. Fabricate 1, and it's a 0/3.
Come on, another 4.
No, this card's not as good as that. This card's actively bad in my
I
opinion.
think it's a 5.
Think so?
So, well, firstly, a lot of the things, I mean, sort of an undercurrent to all this is vehicles. Vehicles can be played by any colour. Any random card can crew vehicles, except O3s. So there's that against it. An O3 reach,
That is a fair point.
there's not many 1/1 flyers flopping around. There's maybe a Windrake it stops.
There's some Topters.
Yeah, there's not many though. I think Fabricate, yeah, anything with Fabricate's intrinsically quite good. But, I mean, a 1/4 reach is, for 3 is okay. It's probably a 5. A 1/4, a 0/3 reach for 5 and a 1/1. It's just not exciting.
Yeah, it's a 5. You're probably right.
It's not unplayable, like, at all, and it could even be better, I think, depending on how important stopping the cheap flyers is. But the fact that it can't
5.
crew puts it over the edge.
Yeah, I agree.
5. Cool. Let's get some good cards here, man. This green is not filling me with joy.
Okay, Hunt the Weak.
Oh, there you go.
So
Good
Hunt the Weak
card.
so traditionally Hunt the Weak's been good but not great. I think Hunt the Weak's very good in this set.
Is this a reprint?
Yeah, it's a reprint, a many-time reprinted card.
I love the art.
Oh, it looks sexy, doesn't it? It's 3 and a green. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It fights target creature you don't control. It's expensive. It's
Well, Hunt the
green
Weak.
removal.
Hunt the Weak is good. We're just spoiled because of target shot. Yes.
Clear shot,
Clear shot.
clear target.
We're just spoiled because we just had clear shot, and clear shot is way better than this. But this is fine. It's green removal.
I think in this set, +1/+1 counter, especially in green, given what we've seen so
Yeah,
far,
I think
are
this is
important.
good.
Define good. Where are you putting in our particular tier list?
It's not a 3, is it? I mean, it doesn't get there.
It's 4 mana removal. If the opponent's not tapped out, it's always scary doing this.
Yeah, it is. That's the problem.
It's not premium removal at all.
No.
It's solid removal. It's a good card, and it's a good card. In
You're
this
gonna
set,
play it
more
if you're
so.
green, but it's not great.
It's just a 4 mana conditional removal spell. It doesn't quite get there to tier 3 for me. I think
No.
I think I'll put it at tier 4. What do you think, Gavilan?
Yeah, I think it's tier 4.
The man has spoken. Kurja Seed
I have no issues with
Sculptor.
that.
It's a 1 and a green. When it for 1/2, when it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control.
So 2 mana, 2/3.
This
Worst
card is
case
very
scenario.
good.
You think
Pretty
so?
good.
Yeah.
2 mana, 2/3.
2 mana 2/3 is a good card.
2 mana 2/3 is a good card, and has flexibility. This card is great.
I agree.
Yeah, this card is very solid.
Let's
How-
say tier
How far
3.
have we come? Like, this is common. This is a 2-mana 2/3 at common.
2-mana. How important is 2-mana 2/3 given what we've seen in the format before? Are there a lot of 2/2s knocking around?
Who knows? But it's still, I mean, if you see historically in Magic, this is a good rate.
True, and it works well with anything that triggers blinking, which I'm going to stop talking about soon.
But also, it's +1/+1, which is
Yeah.
synergy. So
Very true.
It's just very good.
I don't think
Maybe
it's tier
tier
3 though.
3?
I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
not.
It's a good playable.
No, but it's a very good tier 4.
Yeah, it's a good playable card. It's a good 2-drop. There's a few good 2-drops in the set. This is definitely one of them.
Let's move it on.
Larger than life. Well, we're not going to give this one tier 4.
1 and a green.
One
sorcery.
green for a target creature gets +4/+4 against trample until end of turn, and it's an instant.
It's
Great.
not. It's a
It's not an
sorcery.
instant. Shit, it's bollocks.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is
this
unplayable.
card's bad. Unplayable is
yeah.
an interest. Is it unplayable?
No, but it's bad.
I don't
It's kind of
ever
a
want...
finisher. It's kind of a weird finisher.
It's not really though.
I don't want to ever run this card, but I mean, if you're playing 7 cowl prowlers, sure, knock yourself out. You'll lose.
Yeah.
Maybe trample
I
will
mean,
become really
if you're
important.
playing 7 Call Prowlers, this is not the reason you're losing.
Yeah, okay.
Is it
trample's
a
nice.
meh or is it an awful?
It's bad. It's actively bad. It's just the fact it's sorcery. The fact the opponent can see it's coming.
Yeah, it's a 6 probably.
I
It's
mean,
not
what
even a
will
trick, is it?
What will usually happen is someone plays larger than life. Is I'll just take 7 damage. They've lost the card.
Well, 7 is a lot, but still, no.
Get blown out by any removal. I mean, your opponent knows it's coming.
Yeah, no.
Titanic Growth with trample would be brilliant. This just doesn't get there. Tier 6.
Let's move it on.
Long Tusk Cub. I like this card.
This card.
1 green for a 2/2. When it deals combat damage to a player, you get 2 energy counters. Pay 2 energy counters. Put a 1/1 counter on Long Tusk Cub.
This is very good.
Yeah, so
I think this could be the best uncommon in the set.
I wouldn't go that. So I played 3 of them today in a deck, and what usually I had a lot of energy stuff. What usually happens, I drop this on turn 2. On turn 3, I played a guy that made 2 energy, went to combat, attacked. Opponent couldn't block because I could pump it for free with the energy. So it created 2 energy, and thus the cycle. I've got 4 energy, so I can make this a 4/4, and then it was attacking with impunity. This guy gets out of hand pretty quickly. This is a strong card.
I think this card is awesome. I think this card is amazing. I love it. This card is so good. This card is so good.
Yeah, it's a nice design. It doesn't-
Jesus.
But again, it has to be in a dedicated energy deck.
Overpowered as hell.
It doesn't by itself. Is a worst case scenario. It's a bear. Worst case scenario is a bear.
Yeah.
If he
Overpowered as hell is
if he
probably
hits
quite
once,
an exaggeration.
No, if he hits once, it's a 2-mana 3/3.
Yeah, this is a
That's
good card.
business.
This is a tier 3 card. I wouldn't go any higher than that. And again, I played with it a bit today. It did put me in game-winning positions, but
I think this will see a lot of constructed play.
you think so?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think this card will be very if in an aggressive green base or green whatever deck. I think this card is great. This
I
card
don't
is.
know about that. This card was very good when I played it, though. I think it's a
If
good
there
first
is an
pick.
aggressive on a draft deck, if there's an aggressive green draft deck, this card is gonna be it. It's
Well,
what you want.
Green red aggro is a thing with energy. That's what I was playing, and it was very good in that. I'd give it a good tier 3.
Yeah,
It's not quite
could be
bristling-
higher, but for
yeah,
now
it's not
tier
quite
3.
bristling Hydra state. This is a good card.
Okay, I've made it a tier 3.
Excellent. On the subject of good card, Nature's Way. Target. On the subject of going to the bottom of the page. Going to the bottom of the page. Nature's Way. Ignore the next card. It could be anything. Nature's Way. 1 green. Sorcerer. Target creature you control gets vigilance and trample until end of turn. Oh, that's shit. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Oh, that's really good. This card's great. This card's
This
fantastic.
card is great.
Is this better than Clear Shot?
No,
No.
but
it's
this
not,
card is
you're right.
great.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, this card is great.
It's just efficient green removal. Okay, it's conditional, but it being 2 mana is such a big deal here. You can play it, you can play
Yeah.
something else.
And vigilance and trample is a thing.
It's great. You kill their best. You kill one of their creatures, and you get him for 3 or 4 or 5. This card's fantastic.
Yeah, I like this.
I don't know if we're going to tier 2 for this, because tier 2 removal has
No,
to be
we're not.
superb. But this is a very strong tier 3 card. I think this is the card I'll first pick most often in this format, is my instinct.
This is a tier 3, yeah.
Gavin, you're very quiet. Offer your opinion, my friend.
Tier 3 seems a little high, but
No.
So what don't you like about it?
I don't know. It's, as you say, it's just conditional removal, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't say kill a creature.
No, true. Like, it's a lot worse than Doomblade, for instance.
But what isn't? Yeah. This is a 3 for me.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't disagree with that.
You're right, you need a creature, but you'll have creatures, they'll have creatures a lot of the time, but on the off chance that's not the case, it does nothing. But yeah, tier 3, it's not quite as good as Clear Shot, but it's a strong card. For sure.
Cool.
Nissa Vital Force.
Nissa Vital Force. I'll do
Pretty
this
good,
one.
right?
Wait, this is the one that's not in the set. Oh no, it is. It's not the special Planeswalker in the Duels deck.
No.
That's why
this
he's
is
here,
the one in
ladies
the
and
set.
gentlemen. This is why.
Yes.
I know, this is why I add to this.
That's why you come here, for the deep knowledge of what is going on. So Nissa Vital Force is 3 green, and she does everything. She's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love
she's
you,
fine.
so.
You're gonna first pick. and play this.
+1, untap target land you control until your next turn. It becomes a 5/5 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. Are you kidding me? -3, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty good. -6, yes, that is 1 more than she starts with. You get an emblem with whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card.
What's her loyalty?
It's a tier 1.
It's a 5 loyalty card. This
No, it's
card
not,
is
is it?
berserk. Yeah, she has 5 loyalty.
Okay, this card's this card. Yeah, I mean
It's
does
a mega bomb.
Yeah, it does a lot when you're ahead. When you're behind, it puts a 5/5 blocker on the board.
This card is
And parity,
insane.
you get cut. Yeah, I think this is much better. So I'm using Torrential Gearhulk, which we gave a tier 2 to yesterday, as like the definitive card that's obviously a bomb, but not quite tier 1.
Well, so limited 5-mana Planeswalkers are not always that great.
They are. I don't know.
What?
It defends itself. This card is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
You
good.
get a 5/5 to block.
Yeah,
like,
no, that is really good. It's like much better than like Sorin.
It can
What?
ramp even.
I'd say Sorin's much better than Sorin. Where's all this coming from?
Sorin
I
was
don't know.
pretty good.
It can protect itself. Sorin's good, but it, you know,
I can
Sorin
see what it
killed
is.
stuff.
Is this better than Quilled Wolf?
that's a good question. I think this is better. I think this is better than Sorin because, I've killed a lot of Sorins in my time in sealed.
With Quilled Wolves?
Whereas it's going to be really fucking hard to kill this.
Yeah, I agree that this is. I don't know if it's better, but it's
a
almost
tier 1.
irrelevant. Yeah, tier 1. Easy peasky.
Let's go.
Ornamental Courage, green mana, instant. Untap target creature gets +1/+3 until end of turn. I'm not going to
Rubbish.
offer my opinion on this because I historically really like these cards. Do you think it's rubbish? Why do you think it's rubbish?
What does it do?
Well, it untaps target creature, it gets +1/+3 until end of turn.
Yeah, super situational. There'll be times when this does nothing.
What?
And
Yeah, but- really? You're both gonna have
You-
creatures a
you-
lot of the time. It's limited.
okay,
I
so
don't
it's
love
not,
Greg.
yeah.
I don't love this, to be honest. I think this is a weak combat trick.
Yeah, so yeah, the combat trick, but it requires the following things. You have had to have attacked with a creature.
Okay,
And
how much worse is this compared to Aim High?
much worse.
I think
Much-
this is better than Aim High because it costs 1 green. Aim,
Aim
High,
High-
is
Aim High gave Reach.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought this gave Reach.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I was completely misreading that. I was thinking of Vines of the Recluse and Aim High.
You read the card, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just didn't trigger. Okay, well, that's significantly worse. Yeah, I don't think it's terrible because it's 1 green. And
I
a
think this
1
is
mana
a
combat trick.
6. It's not the kind of combat trick you
Yeah, I
want.
think it's a 5.
See,
This is a
Dabby
5.
agrees with me, Greg.
This is definitely not unplayable.
Wow.
This is a card.
No,
I have
yeah,
to
maybe
write.
this is a 5, but ugh.
Sorry, guys.
I
I
don't think it's a bad
I
five.
just felt it had reach. It just seemed like it should have reach. Green combat.
I'm
trick.
gonna go-
I
I'm
think
gonna
a
go
lot,
tier
a
6.
lot of times you're gonna go to
No,
your
don't put it
hand.
in
Oh, let's
6.
see what I can do. Oh, I have an ornamental courage, and
6
you're gonna
is
be
too
like,
low.
ugh.
This is a filler card. This is a bad filler.
It's a
this is certainly better-
5.
It's better than
You know
yours,
how I
right.
describe it, guys? I describe it as meh, which makes
I
it
like
tier
that.
5. Cool, let's
This
move on.
is meh, yeah.
Ovia Pashiri, Sage Lifecrafter, single green for a 1/2. Yeah, not digging it so far. Let's see what we get. 2 and a green, tap it. Create a 1/1 color servo artifact creature token. 4 and a green, tap it. Create an XX colorless construct artifact creature token where X is the number of creatures you control.
Super good.
Wow.
This is a bomb.
Yep.
And for those of you who never played this, Selesnya Guild Mage.
I was just thinking the same thing. Tap it and another creature for 1.
Selesnya Guild Mage was a bomb. This is a bomb. This card is great. First pick it, take it to dinner. Buy some nice expensive wine and be happy. This card is awesome.
See what happens. Don't push your luck, because sometimes Avaya Bashiri, she's an old woman. She's got her boundaries. But you get out there, you crack on. I think this is a very solid 2. This is a great card.
This is a great card.
Yep.
I mean,
I whacked it into. It's just straight good, isn't it? There's no.
The one thing that I'm not. The one thing that's I mean, the fact that you have to tap for its ability means that as a late game top deck, you can't immediately play a blocker if for instance, you've got 8 mana and you just want
that
to.
makes me think.
If you have any creatures, you're gonna start making 3/3s or 4/4s or 5/5s next turn if it's the late game.
This is just cycles out of control. This is why I think this is so much better than the card we disagreed about, the 5 mana guy who gives you attacking creatures plus, because this is just. So
I agree. I think this is better, yeah. But it's way better. I think that was a low tier 2. This is a high tier 2. You're happy to open this.
Yeah, this is a bomb. Tier 2.
Yeah.
Pima Outrider. 2 green for a 3/3. 4 mana 3/3. Fine. Trample, Fabricate 1.
Oh my god.
You like it?
Very good card.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this card. A 4 mana 4/4.
Very similar. Sorry, to one that we just had. 4 mana green creature.
Which one are you thinking of?
Blistering Hydra.
Yeah, it's kind of Poor Man's Hydra, right?
No, but this card is solid.
I mean, the Hydra's much better, but this card's a really good common. Like, 4 mana 4/4 Trampler's just a really, really good card.
Yeah.
Like, 4 mana 4/4 Hydra it's a tier 3 card, and that's the worst case scenario for this.
Oh, really?
Like it.
Yeah, I think so.
You would pick this over the 1 and a green removal? Because that's a tier 3. I think this is a very good tier 4.
I think this is a tier 3. I think this is the strongest green common I've seen so far. I think I'd pick the removal over this, but I think that's a high tier 3. I think this is just a solid tier 3 card. This is a 4 mana 4/4 Trample is no joke. I mean, that's like Mina and Dem Wildborn status, and this is single colour. That was double, and that was a good card.
Okay, I can live with that.
I think this
is solid.
I have a feeling that usually with the Fabricate creatures, I'll be using getting the servos more often than not. I think with this one, I'll just be getting the Trample, the big 4/4.
Yeah.
I put this in tier 3. I think this is very solid.
Fair. I can live with that.
Tier 3. It's in.
In it.
Excellent.
Riparian Tiger. Not quite so solid in my opinion. But maybe not.
No, wait, hold on.
Read it for me, bros. Read it for me. Read it to me.
Riparian Tiger. 3 green. 4/4. Trample. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. When it attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, it gets +2/+2 until the end of turn.
Again, you can only do once per attack, so it's gonna be maximum a 6/6. You can't do it over and over again. Important thing to remember.
Before attack.
Hmm?
And you have to do it before your opponent knows you're doing it. It's not like a triggered ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, this looks good.
Reminds me of Territorial Baloth.
I think
4
this is
4/4 landfall +2/+2. I think this is maybe a bit better.
I think this is better.
Again, trample. That word trample, I think, is going to be really important in this set.
Yeah.
In this format with all the 1/1s, trample is gonna be good. I like this.
I like this. I don't know why I was down on this. Maybe I misrepresented the tiger.
I would love green to be super good.
The art is pretty cool as
you're
well.
a fan of, I'm a big fan of green. I like it when green's good. It's nice.
It's a 4 though. It's not a 3.
Yeah, I mean, I like worst case scenario. If you've got no other energy cards, this is still pretty good. You attack next turn for 6 trample. Then you've got 4/4
I like
trample. That's
this.
fine. I'd say it's tier 4.
Yeah.
Lovely. Sage of Shelia's Claim. Right here is the true test of how important energy is. It's a 2 mana 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy counters, and it is a common.
I think this could be good.
2/1 is good. It's much better than if it was a 1/2, right? 2/1 is fine.
Yeah,
in
agreed.
itself.
I think so. How much better is this than Curio Vendor, the blue 2-mana 2/1 with flavor text?
Way better. We've just been through a lot of cards that use energy very well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
making me rethink what I said before about energy.
Well, I didn't think energy was like it's sort of an undercurrent to a lot of decks. I haven't found a deck yet so far I describe as a dedicated energy deck, but maybe I haven't played enough of the format. I played this a lot earlier with the long Tusk Cub, like play the Cub and then play this lady in attack, and it worked very well. I think
this is good.
Yeah, I think we rated the Curio Vendor a 6, which I still think was the right place to put it. I think this card, I think the 3 energies, quite big gain in this format. I think I put.
I think this is a 4.
Yeah, I think this is like 2/1's not good. It trades up, hopefully. Otherwise, it just trades down with the servo. But the 3 energy could just power your deck and just help you loop through things. I think this is a good card.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Servant of the Conduit. 1 green elf druid at uncommon. She's a 2/2, so a 2-mana 2/2. Good. It's already good. When Servant of the Conduit enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. You can tap her, pay an energy, add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool.
Love it.
Yes. Gavin?
Yeah, it's fine.
Say more.
Better,
say
better
more
than
video.
yeah, sorry. It's better than the last one, considerably better.
Oh, yeah, much
yeah.
better.
Yeah, I think this is really good.
How do you see this being used more? Do you see this being used as a bear, or do you see this being used as a ramp? With a
I just
P.
love that it has the both options.
Yeah.
Green ramp. I mean, it's a green ramp. We've seen loads of powerful 4-drop green creatures. I mean, yeah, this is great.
This is a premium uncommon, I feel.
I think this is an early
Awesome.
pick. Premium common, tier 3, easy.
Yeah, awesome curving.
Take
outfit.
it, you'll be happy.
Yeah, it just does everything you want. It's a bear, it puts your energy count up there, and it ramps. Great, tier 2.
This art reminds me of like Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger.
Oh yeah, it does actually. Tier
It's
2.
like Asian inspired.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Tier 2, did
Yeah.
you say?
No, I'm being
3.
being facetious.
Tier 3.
I love pronouncing facetious wrong. Don't know why. Let's take this down a notch with takedown. Sorry, I wasn't even a pun.
Lol. Nice and so this is takedown 1 green. Choose one. It deals 4 damage to target creature with flying, or it deals 1 damage to each creature with flying. So, are there any 2/1 health flyers in this set?
Thopters. It
Thopters.
kills Thopters. It kills the
Yeah.
Thopters.
I like this.
It's cheap.
Sideboard.
It's green. Yeah, it's a good sorcery. It being sorcery makes it significantly worse than like instant on these sort of effects. Is so much better. Just being able to blow them out.
What was the last one? That dealt damage to a flyer.
Wasn't it Tears of the Valakut? One
There
of the
was
green
no.
dude.
There was one in the reds. There was a green one. Or was that on one of the flashback drops? Maybe it was. That was an instant and dealt 3 damage to target creature with flying.
Oh, are you thinking of Leaf Arrow in?
Maybe,
in-
yeah.
Yeah. Is
This is
better?
worse than that.
Yeah, is
but
this better than Plummet?
is this better than Plummet? No.
Yeah, is the upside of dealing 1 damage to each creature with flying better? I don't think it is. I think this is a. I mean, there are decks.
I don't
on
think it
run-
is. There are some
Yeah,
bombs
it's
that you're not going to
okay.
be able to kill with this.
If I'm struggling for playables, I'll bring this in, and obviously it's a great sideboard card against.
It's a good sideboard card, yeah.
I think in terms of tiers, where do we put it? Tier 6? Tier
5.
Yeah, I
It
think
will be
5's
good
appropriate.
sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's
Sometimes
bad
it will
filler.
be what you want. Sometimes you're going to be hoping to draw it.
I don't think it's end of the world if you have to main deck this, but I'm hoping not to, ever.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't.
Thriving Rhino.
What was the tier
Crouching.
for this? What was the tier, sorry, for that one?
5/4 takedown.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty weak, isn't it? Carry on.
Thriving Rhino. 2 and a green for a 2/3.
This is the
It's fine.
thing.
This is the Rhino. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. When it attacks, you may pay 2 energy. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I think
This card is great.
Yeah, I think this is so much better than Thriving Ibex.
This is the best thriving creature.
I agree. A 3-mana 2/3 is so much better than a 4-mana 2/4. It just. I think a 3/4.
I very much like this.
Yeah, I think a 3/4 distribution of stats in Magic in Limited is just powerful. I don't know how many things are going to... If you're on the play and you're attacking with this on turn 4, not many things are going to be able to block it. And a 3-mana 3/4, as we saw with Bloodbriar most of the time, just a really powerful card.
And we saw so many other cards with energy. If this attacks them for 4/5 and you're doing
Exactly.
it.
I think this is strong. I don't know if I...
Is
I
this
don't
a
know if I'd
bomb?
Well, no, but
Oh.
Is it great?
I don't know if it pushes tier 3.
No, I think it's a 4, but it's a very good 4. Like, it's one of the best green commons for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think I do like the Pima over it, the 4-mana 4/4 trample, but I think this is close.
Yeah, I like this card a lot.
Tier 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Verdurous Earhole. Okay, I'm going to call this now. I think this is the best limited card in the set. I can hear your disbelief. I'll explain why.
Gabby can't believe it, but it is that good.
I'll read it out. 3 green artifact creature construct. It's a 4/4 with trample. When it enters the battlefield, distribute 4 +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. Okay, so worst case scenario is a 5-mana 8/8 trample. That's good.
It's just pretty good.
That's pretty good. It dies to removal. Not much removal, incidentally. It dies to destroy target creature or target artifact creature. Sorry, target artifact.
Artifacts, This card is insane.
If you
This
have
card is
any board
ridiculous.
when you play this card, I assume because you just distribute the counters among them and swing for a lot of damage, making it very hard for your opponent to block.
I don't know if this is the best limited card.
Do you not think so? Well, I suppose it might not be.
It's definitely a tier 1.
Wouldn't I rather have like Chandra or Nissa?
Okay, maybe they're better, but I think this is better than the blue Gearhawk. I think this is on a par
Oh,
with the
this
white
is the best
Gearhawk.
Gearhawk. This card is insane.
If you have any sort of board when you cast this game, I don't know how you can lose the game unless your opponent has the white Gearhawk, hilariously.
This card is great. Insane, awesome, amazing,
What are you gonna be
beautiful.
doing? Do you want to play? Do you want to play it as a 5-mana 8/8, or do you want to play it as a 5-mana 4/4 that turns your team into huge bonkers creatures?
No. You usually want this to be either a 4/4 or 5/5, I think.
Just distribute your
But
threats.
having the option is so good. This card is so good.
Would you pick this over Thriving Rhino?
No, I
Well,
wouldn't pick it over the wolves as well.
But you, most other things, you take this over.
Yes.
Top
It's a
Gearhawk.
bomb.
Gearhawk, get in my gear belly. On that
Okay,
note,
it's 100. Let's move on.
What I was
Why-
wondering is, they did the Gear Hulk. Are they also gonna do the Gear Captain America, the Gear Iron Man? Got it?
Mhm. That was funny.
So,
Gabby.
Wild Wanderer. It's
Wild
3 and a green
Wanderer.
for an elf druid. When Wild Wanderer enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library.
It's an interesting card.
It's good.
Well-
It's not great.
It's On the Giant was awesome. For those
Yeah,
of you
true.
who don't know, On the Giant is this, but it was a 2/4. But that was a very slow format that really liked ramp. That
played
being
this
said,
card,
I
but
like this a lot.
This card's good. This card's not great. I played
I
it
like
few
this a lot.
times. It trades down, but it gets you ramp and growth, which is a very good effect.
It
think
fixes
it's
your mana.
Yeah, it fixes your mana, helps a lot with splashing. I mean, in the greedy decks, it's going to be a high pick. By greedy, I mean 3 colors. In most decks, it's just going to be if you've got big spells, this goes up. I just think this is a solid tier 4. If I'm playing green, I'm probably not going to cut this card.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm not
like the
gonna
green commons. They are solid.
Yeah,
They're-
are solid's a good way of describing them. Nothing
I like
over
this.
the top.
I like this a lot. I like ramping a lot.
Yeah.
It's my thing, but
I just think
I
it's
like-
a good
I
tier
like
4
this card.
purple. I'm not
Yeah.
playing it early and going, here we go, green's open, but I'm not cutting this from a green deck most of the time.
I don't know, man. I think if you see this like tier 5, maybe green is open.
Pick 5.
A pick 5, yeah.
I don't know, I'm not quite so sure about it. There's a lot of strong 4-drops in the format so far I've seen.
Fair?
This is a good one, but not a great one. I'd say tier 4.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
typical.
Wildest Dreams. I instinctively like this, but we'll see. Green XX. Sorcery, return X target cards from your graveyard to your hand, exile Wildest Dreams. So whilst I like
It's
it, I don't
nice.
think it's very good.
So it's 3 mana, get your best card back from the graveyard.
Yes, and that's not that great.
No.
Like Regrowth's a good card, but it's not a huge bomb, and that's better than this. 5 mana get 2, 7 mana get 3. Like, it's expensive. If it was X and a green, it would be brilliant. XX green's a big cost, especially in limited. But your best card's going to be like a good creature.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I think this is fine.
Yeah, I'm not going to first pick this too often. I don't think. This
No,
is the first.
ever.
But this is a playable card. This is a real, like, this is a good draw late game. This is a
It's a
good
good
card
late game
draw
draw.
spell. It's obviously it's dead early game. I don't know if I go tier 4 for this though. I might be 5ing it down.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Tier 4 maybe. 5. Maybe 5.
It's a solid playable. Probably 4's right. It's just, I don't know. I like it more than I think it's good. I don't think it's particularly good. It's so much worse. Something like Seasons Past. Obviously, that was
Yeah,
really thick.
definitely. I mean, a 7 mana draw 3 is
It's just not good. I'd never play that card, even if I could. Okay, 7 mana tutor 3, but Behold the Beyond wasn't very good.
And you
either.
need things to be in your graveyard anyway.
Yeah,
When
I'm
you're
gonna go tier
behind,
5. This
it's
is
awful.
5.
This is a
tier
5.
Brilliant. Fuck you, dreams.
Mhm.
Wild as they are. Whee! Ending with Wily Bandar to continue the theme of green solid uncommons. Oh wait, it's shit. Single green for a cat monkey, and that's about as good as it gets. It's a 1/1, and then it's got this bizarre text of Wily Bandar gains indestructible until end of turn for 2 and a green.
This card is great.
Yeah.
Is that like a Brazilian
It's a nice
joke?
little chump block.
No,
not
this
great.
card blocks anything and doesn't die. This card gets in for 1 in the beginning. This card's, of course I'm lying, this card sucks.
This card's... This is terrible. This is going to be the most often 14th pick card in the set. I think this is...
It's a cat monkey. What the fuck is a cat monkey? Like,
This is
who fucked who? Like, who did the cat fuck the
let's
monkey?
keep it sophisticated.
Oh
seven.
yeah, it's been
Cats
great
and
so
monkeys
far.
Cats and monkeys can do whatever they want in the... Well, they don't really have homes, do they? Stupid cats.
Nest.
I think this is a 7. I don't think this card is even remotely playable.
Oh, I don't
This
think
is
it's that
awful.
bad.
Why do you not think it's that bad?
It's fine. It blocks
What?
stuff. It's like the what's that skeleton that you could recur from the graveyard? That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's 10 times better than this.
That's way better than this, and that was a mediocre card.
Because on turn 3, if you want to block something, keep it alive, and just not take damage, you have to not play a 3-drop. Like the
Yeah,
skeleton,
true.
you could just chump and then bring it back on turn 8 when you needed nothing else to do, and it worked well.
Yeah.
Like, if this card was green, gains
It's a
indestruction at
six.
end of turn.
It's going in the
Okay.
6.
I'd say it's a 7. Davy?
I think it's a 7. I don't see
Okay.
myself ever
I
playing
will never
this
play
thing.
this card.
It's going in the
And
7.
I've played a lot of cards. Right, green done. Green, green, green. What do we all think of green? In a word.
It's a 4.
Yeah, I think that's probably about right.
Much worse than white again, apparently.
Yeah, white was. I think white's been our overperformer so far. Green's just solid, right?
I think we were just very excited because it was the first video. Maybe if we go back and with
Let's
the
go
white,
back.
we'll
Let's
be a
go
lot
right
meaner.
back. I don't know. There's a lot of solid commons. Very few, like Wily Bandar is one of the very few unplayables. I think green's a very solid color. It's not exciting. It's very green, isn't it?
Da-da-da.
No, I wasn't even a joke. I'm just saying it's sort of in Magic. It's very. It does what green does, which is put out a lot of solid creatures. and
Yeah,
do
green. Green is green. Like, definitely it is green.
This is the greenest way I've ever seen green. Right, when we next.
But you know
meet-
what? It's not that easy being green.
My God, Davy, I last made the mistake of asking you to sing us out, and I'm
Can
still
I?
regretting that. I'm gonna go with a no, but I'm willing to discuss this off
Not
air.
that easy
Oh
being
God,
green.
I shouldn't have given
Yeah,
you
let's
fuel.
let's offline this.
Okay, we'll see you for our
Spending
red
each
set
day
review
the
next
color
time.
Bye.
of the
See you
leaves.
soon.